Hello, hello, Awakened Creators. Amanda here. I wanted to come on. I don't know if you saw my stories yesterday, but I'm challenging myself to do 7 days in a row of live video. So here we are with day 1 of live video. And today's topic, I want to talk about doing versus being. Okay, so I made this a little whiteboard. So let's talk about doing versus being. And the reason that I want to talk about this is because this is something that I struggle with a lot. I am a doer. I was raised as a doer. I got rewarded as a doer, right? So a lot of times when I approach my work with Awakened Creators, my focus has been on doing. What do I need to do? Creating a lot of to-do lists, giving myself a lot of tasks, a lot of responsibilities, and kind of just piling on. And it has increasingly come to my attention that that way of approaching life, just in general, is not healthy. And we tend to make a lot of sacrifices for the sake of doing that don't serve our creativity, right? So through all of the doingness, I realized I wasn't being. I wasn't being an artist. I wasn't giving my time to my art. I wasn't being a writer. I wasn't working on any of my stories. I wasn't being a very good mother and wife and family member because I was busy doing for my business or doing to make money or doing to figure it out, right? I got to figure it out. I got to do all of these things, and I wasn't being anymore. Yes. Don't just do something. Be here now. Yes. Be here now. So, I want to challenge us all to really start to shift our perspective away from doing to being. And this could be really hard, especially right now during this time. Okay, right? So, the sun just went into Capricorn, and Capricorn energy, if taken the wrong way, can make you feel like you're running out of time. You have all these things you need to do, right? You need to build, you need to create and make and happen, okay? It can be very businessy, which on one hand is helpful, right? We don't want to disregard structure. We need some structure, but we can take it too far to where we're no longer having any fun. We're no longer prioritizing joy, right? Like, when was the last time you did something just because you like it? It seems silly, but when was the last time you did something just because you like it? Just because it makes you smile? Just because it makes you laugh? When was the last time you did something just for that reason, or created something just for that reason, right? So we're talking about our creativity, and I realized that even like my approach to my writing was a doingness. What do I need to do to get published? What do I need to do to finish this book? What do I need to do? I don't really approach my painting that way. It's interesting for me. But I definitely approach my writing that way, right? And I think maybe because of the physical act of the doing, of the like being with painting is a little easier to be embodied for me than writing can be very intellectual and in your head about it. So my tendency is to get into more doing when I'm writing. But so this time of year, it can be difficult. And I would also say that we get a lot of pressure this time of year to start like making goals and to-do lists already for 2022. Like, we haven't even finished this year yet, and everyone's like, start making your plans for next year. Start thinking about all the things you have to do next year. And it's fucking stressful. I don't want to think about what I have to do next year. I want to think about, who do I want to be next year? Who do you want to be next year? Do you want to be more relaxed? Do you want to be more happy, more joyful? Maybe you want to be more inspired. Okay, so I was talking to my beloved sister last night about this. And so if you want to be, let's use inspired. Let's say I want to be more inspired next year. Now that you know what you want to be, which is inspired, now you can ask yourself the question, well, what does someone who's inspired do? Right? Versus approaching it with the do first. Well, I got to do this. I got to do all this work so that I can be inspired. I got to do all of these things so that I could be at ease. No. I want to be at ease. So what does somebody who is at ease do? Okay, are you following me? Are you getting me? I see you out there. Are you hearing this? What do you want to be? Okay. Get really solid on that. Maybe write it down if you're thinking about it right now. What do you want to be next year? What energy do you want to be in? You want to have fun, okay? So what does somebody who is fun do? Maybe they take themselves out more often. Maybe they play more often. If you want to be at ease, what does someone who is at ease do? Someone who is at ease maybe goes to the park more, goes for walks outside more. So let us challenge ourselves with all the resolution making and the goals lists and all the fucking productivity bullshit that's shoved down our throat that tells us to hustle and chase the next thing and claw our way to the top while we have no enjoyment whatsoever for life, right? Like don't even bother paying attention to your family or having fun writing that book or enjoying making that creation. Fuck all that. Keep your focus on the angle, the carrot dingling, and miss out on everything in between. We reject that, right? Like awakened creators, we reject that because we know that we are meant to enjoy our lives. We are meant to be in joy in our lives, okay? It isn't just pretty words. It isn't just things that we like to say or aspire to. It is something that we be. So if we're going to be joy and be fun and be at ease and be here, be present, what does someone who be those things, I'm not going to use proper grammar, right? What does someone who be those things do? And then start doing those things, okay? So for me, one of the things that I do want to be is inspired, is fun, is at ease. And so I am going to do things that feed that, okay? So there's a lot of shifting that needs to happen, and you're going to have to be really gracious with yourself because you're not always going to default to the being. Especially if, like me, you were trained and raised growing up to constantly do. To do. If you're not doing, you're lazy. If you're not constantly working towards a goal, you're lazy. Or you'll get lost it'll never reach your expectations unless you do. Okay. But all that while, if we can pull it back for just a second and think about this metaphysically, think about this with the law of attraction in mind. When you're doing do, and you're frantically running around, and you're in this state of being that is frantic, that is panicked, that is, I don't have time, I'm running out of time. You have eternity, soul. You have time. I'm very stubborn, and my guides let me know that I am super stubborn. But you have plenty of time. But so from a metaphysical standpoint, if you're in this doing frantic energy, I gotta do, I have all these things to do, what are you calling in? Vibrationally, what are you calling in? You're calling in more stress, right? You're calling in more shit to do. And trust me, when you don't have time for things to do, you don't need more shit to do. So let's stop calling in stress. Let's stop calling in more shit to do. Let's stop calling in panic. And let's start calling in ease. Let's start calling in flow. Let's start calling in fun. Let's start calling in whatever it is that you want to be. What do you do? What does somebody who be that do? I sound like a caveman, but I know you understand me. What does someone who be that do? And you'll have your answer. You will have your to be list, right? That's what I wanted to shift. I don't want to have a to-do list anymore. I want a to-be list. So, what is on your to-be list? What do you want to be? List that out, and then using that list, create your to-dos for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. Okay? So that is our challenge. We are going to move away from the doing, and we're going to be human beings. Are you ready to be a human being with me? Finally, after all this time, let us be the beings that we are meant to be. So, this me wants to be inspired. So I'm going to do inspiring things. I'm going to come on here for the next 7 days. Today was day 1. I am going to give it to you real. I am not going to have a script. I am going to only just know a topic to talk about briefly. And I'm just going to riff like I did, and I hope that you like it, and I hope that you will join in the conversation, and I hope that if you find it helpful, you will share it with other creatives who may also benefit from this creative family that we are growing. And I'm also going to talk about the shit that I do, because I don't do that. So if you are struggling, if you are creatively blocked, if you are way up in your head overthinking every creative project and not getting off of your ass and making it happen, I just released an ebook all about that for my fellow overthinkers, because I am right there with you, my friends. The next book in that series, because it's going to be a 3-book series, the next book in that series is going to be about for the doers. For the doers who need to slow down and need to relax and need to enjoy life. Your book is next. I will be working on that very soon. And in the meantime, if you are just in desperate need of reawakening your creative passions again and rediscovering that part of yourself, please check out the chakra healing guide that's in my bio. It's totally free. I will show you how to scan your body for blocks and point you in a direction that is helpful for you so that you can start unraveling all of the gunk that is keeping you from your passion, from your joy, okay? So that you can be creative, not just say you're gonna do creative things, but actually live a fully realized creative life. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to be in joy. We're here to enjoy life by being in joy during our life. All right, that's all I have to say for now. I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. here live. If you're not already following, subscribing, wherever you are seeing this, please do support the Awakened Creators family's growth. Share me with a friend if you felt inspired by today's Real Talk, and I'll be back tomorrow with I don't know what, because we will find out. All right, I love you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.